And it includes issues of bartering, gift, touch. Today, this section will talk about dual relationship. It includes self-disclosure, leaving the office, making home visit, or working outside your own home, issues of fees, email between therapist and client, clients Googling therapy, therapists Googling clients, Facebook friends with clients. All these are issues of boundaries in psychotherapy. And they refer, dual relationship or multiple relationship refer simply to any situation where multiple roles exist between therapist and a client. For example, a dual relationship could be social. Social means the therapist is the therapist or the counselor, but also have social relationship. There can be a professional relationship in college or other places or in the business world. There can be a relationship in a community, which is in addition to the psychotherapy relationship. Or in forensic role, the therapist is a treater, a therapist, as well as an evaluator. A sexual relationship with clients are unethical and illegal in most states. If your client is a friend on Facebook and your Facebook profile is personal, that's another form of dual relationship. A consultant relationship can be sequential or concurrent. That means they can be at the same time or it can be after therapy ended. They can be intense or casual. That means you can have an intense personal relationship or perhaps attend church together once a week and you don't even see each other in church on Sunday. It can be ethical or unethical. It can be legal or illegal. There can be avoidable or unavoidable. In many small towns and small communities, dual relationships are unavoidable. What's really important to know about dual relationships is not all dual relationships are unethical. Some dual relationships are unavoidable. Some are mandated, like in the military or in prisons. Dual relationship can be integral or healthy part of interconnected communities where people rely on each other in varieties of ways. Sexual dual relationship, it has to be clear, with current client is always unethical, counterclinical, and illegal in most states. It's kind of a crime in most states. So sexual dual relationship with current client or recently terminated client is always unethical, counterclinical, and illegal. The concurrent versus sequential relationship, so we call concurrent to be a simultaneously relationship. This is when the therapist and the friend at the same time, the therapist and the client attend the same church or the same gym in the town. The therapist and the client participate in the same professional workshop or conference. On the other hand, sequential or chronological dual relationship, when the friendship or the other relationships start after or before psychotherapy. The therapist becomes a business coach after termination would be a sequential dual relationship. Therapists who play tennis or go to church with the client prior to start of therapy, and if they stop playing tennis with them after that, it will be sequential. If they continue, it will be concurrent. Adopting a client many years after the clinical relationship ends will be a sequential type of dual relationship. Dual relationship into more accepting, and bottom line, it says that not all dual relationships are unethical, but only those dual relationships that are not, or it says it in a positive way, dual relationship that would not reasonably be expected to cause impairment or risk of exploitation or harm are not unethical. So this was a good change in the Code of Ethics. ACA even took it further in embracing the fact that dual relationship can indeed be sometimes helpful as part of a healthy community living. We talk about that therapists making every effort to avoid condition. The 2001, it's kind of the old mode of treating or approaching dual relationship. The NASW also kind of should not engage in dual relationship with clients. It must be avoided. So it's not everything should be avoided, only the ones that clearly can be harmful or interfere with psychotherapy or objectivity.
So I followed your advice and I broke up my girl.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I finally did it and everything was all right. But right now I have one question.
Okay.
Are you single and can I take you out sometime? Or maybe have a cup of coffee?
Well, right now I'm meeting with a friend, so probably wouldn't be a good idea for right now. Share a date plan. But how about we talk about this more in our next session?
All right, sounds good. I'll see you.
All right, have a good day.
You too.
See ya. So, how are you today?
I'm doing fine. How are you?
The last time we talked about your issues with your girlfriend, you came up with the conclusion that you want to break up with her.
Yeah.
And then we ended up seeing each other later that day for when I was at coffee with my friend.
And you were looking good, by the way.
Thank you. But let's talk about how you said, well, you ended up breaking up with her.
Yeah.
Well, let's talk about what you asked me. You asked me if we could
Go out
hang
with
out.
me. Yeah.
So let's talk about that.
Okay. Well, I mean, I'm single now.
hmm
And you helped me through a really rough time, and I really appreciate that. So I really would like to take you out to dinner sometime.
I'm flattered by that. I appreciate it. But we need to make sure that this is a professional relationship. I'm your counselor, you're my client, I'm helping you mentally. So looking at ethically, it would be ethically wrong for me to accept your invitation to go out to dinner. So